So last session, what are we discussing about? Okay, so last session we were discussing about application, right? Application and types of applications. Okay, so there are two types of applications: framework application type and implementation application type. See, whenever we are going to create a business application for any business, it is a best practice that we are going to set up minimum two applications. One is framework application and the other one is implementation application. So why it is best practice? Why do we need to go for this type of setup? See, directly we can create implementation application and we create all business functionalities there, and our business will be processed without any issues. There won't be any problem. But what is the necessity that we need to go for creating framework plus implementation? What is the advantage of creating framework application? That is for so any functionalities that we create in framework application can be accessed into multiple implementations. So once you create in framework application, there is no need to recreate them again and again into all implementations. So anything that is created in framework once can be accessed into multiple different implementations. Only once you create access multiple times. So there is no need to recreate again and again. The same task, you don't need to do it redundantly. And it is easy to maintain. Suppose one functionality, I want to change it 5 different implementations. So instead of changing at 5 places, you make changes at framework that will reflect in all implementations. So like that, so it will be very easy to maintain and your application can be extended easily. Suppose if you are going to introduce a new line of business. So at present we are operating in health insurance and auto insurance. Tomorrow we wanted to introduce home insurance as well. So then what to do? So do I need to create all the things from the scratch? No need to create. So you just need to just go ahead and use the functionalities that are available in framework application into implementation application. So yesterday we have created a new application. Okay, let me open the document. First theory document I'll open. Okay, see, one more thing is yesterday evening I have shared you, okay, one project document. Okay, just a high level description was being shared to every one of you. All of you should go through that document. Okay, just go through it 2 times or 3 times. You go through it, then you will understand. Okay, if not 3 times, it may be 5 times for someone. Okay, based on your ability, you just go through it and try to understand each point by point, high level, what is that project all about. Okay, once you are aware of it, then we will start with from other assignments. Okay, and you can start setting up that application given in that requirement. If it has been told that create a new application, you can start creating. So the application that you create there, it is exactly following the same what we are doing in the class. Okay, so now here you go, the application, the document which we have here. So yesterday what did we do? Yesterday we created 2 applications. What are the 2 applications we created? So we created framework application and implementation application. You can see this diagram. The bottom one, what you see here is Pega Rules Process Commander platform. So what is the name of the application which has all predefined functionalities in Pega Rules Process Commander environment? I am going to unmute online people also. Yeah, what is the name of the application that is there in Pega Rules platform? Pega platform. The name itself, it is Pega platform. You can also call it as Pega Rules application. Anything is okay. Pega platform or Pega Rules application. Okay, any one of these two we can say. And now, okay, and on top of Pega platform, we created another application. What was the other application? Framework application, which means that the framework application can access the functionalities of Pega platform. Pega platform is also one framework. Pega platform is also Who provided that framework? Pega Systems. So Pega Systems has provided that. Why Pega platform is also called as a framework? We already discussed framework application contains some common functionalities. Some functionalities are already there in Pega platform. We can call it as an application. And in fact, it has all common functionalities for different businesses. That's why we are purchasing it, correct? So that is the reason why Pega platform is also one framework. So on top of Pega platform framework, we created our own business related framework. And on top of our business framework, we created one implementation. Is it possible to create one more implementation?
Yes.
One more, like that? A number you can create, there is no limitation. And here, you can look at the diagram. How many frameworks can be there? Is it only one framework or n number of frameworks?
One. Only one.
How many frameworks are there in this diagram?
Only one.
In this diagram, how
Two
many
frameworks.
frameworks are there? One is Pega platform and one you created. On top of the framework which I created, is it okay that I can create one more framework? Why no? You don't want to create or you don't want me to create? I want to create. Is it possible or not possible? It is possible practically or not possible? That is the question. On top of the framework which I created yesterday, I want to create one more framework. Is it possible or not possible? It is possible. You can create n number of layers like this. Framework 1, framework 2, framework 3, framework 4, framework 5, like this. How many frameworks? It depends on your business. Okay, there is no limitation, there is no restriction. Based on your business, you need to set up n number of levels. How many levels you have to create? How do you know? You will come to know only when you are aware of business. Otherwise, you don't know. You know only technology. You cannot do anything. Okay, first you need to understand the business in detail. After you understand the business, then learning the technology, you can implement it in a better way. Okay, so that is what the main point here. So first you need to fully focus on understanding the business. Once you understand the business, then the next step is technology. How you can make use of the technology to implement this particular business requirement. Okay, these two should always be in sync for all of us. Okay, 70% of the people, they fail learn technology because they don't read or they don't bother about what is business. They only focus on syntaxes of understanding technology. They'll try to remember only syntaxes. And also they will try to remember or practice only the requirement that is been told during the course. Okay, they do not focus on or look at just implementing the new requirements by themselves. That is the problem. So you always think about business first priority and second priority is technology. So this is about the application which we have created has Pega platform, on top of it framework, on top of it implementation. Look at here one thing. See, you created like this, one on top of another, correct? And if I log into my framework application, I can access framework application as well as Pega platform, right? When I log into framework application yesterday at the end, I have shown you two applications got loaded, correct? After you log into framework, how many applications got loaded? Two applications. What are those? Framework as well as Pega platform. And if I log into implementation, I did not log in so far. Suppose if I log into implementation, guess how many applications I would be seeing? Three applications. Okay. Now, where is the relation built between these three applications? See, implementation you created on top of framework that you know because you did it. You are not there at the time of creating applications. Someone else has already done it. Okay. Now you are a new join into project. You wanted to know which application is created on top of which another application. How do you know about it? So that is what we are going to look at today. After we log into implementation application, as a next step of learning, I wanted to find out the relation between all these applications. So which application is built on another application. Which another application? Look at here the diagram one more time. See here, Pega platform and my framework application, correct? This Pega platform application is a framework for my framework, correct? And my framework is framework for implementation. My implementation application can access my framework as well as Pega platform both. Here one terminology we need to learn, that is the bottom here you see Pega platform, right? This is built on application for my framework application. For my framework is built on where? My framework is built on PRPC, right? So PRPC is built on application for my framework. My implementation is built on my framework, correct? So my framework is built on application for my implementation application. Understand everyone? What is meant by built on application? Predefined and name. Built on application is the one on top of which another application is created. Built on application is the one. This is another terminology. Okay, apart from framework terminology, built on application. What does it mean? Application A is built on application B. Which is main application here? Bottom application is B. Application A is built on B. So built on application is B. A is the one which is created built on B. Built on application is B. Everyone clear with this point? I will show you that practically now. Okay. So just focus here. Let me log into implementation application using the credentials that got generated. Okay, just give me a minute. This is the PRPC environment. I'll just I have saved those credentials yesterday. Bajaj application, right? So otherwise I don't remember this password. Okay, this is difficult to remember. Auto generated. What is the ID? devampl@bajaj.com. So this ID is very easy to remember. So for the first time while you log in, okay, let me create a document for this. Enta my batch number 596. Okay, 596. August 23rd. Yesterday everyone has got this document and the video for a few days, just 2 more days we will upload to YouTube and directly will give you link. But after that we don't upload. After that we will put it in a drive and give you access to the drive only for the people who have joined. Okay, and here you go. This is the one continuation of yesterday's one. Continuation means yesterday class continuation. So log into PRPC using implementation application credentials. So implementation application credentials you are going to use to log into PRPC now. So I am going to use it now. Okay, these are the credentials. And once I log in here, obviously you know that it is going to ask you to change the password for the first time while you log in. And sometimes this error is coming. This is only because of this. What is that? React. I mean, like this Cosmos has some issue. Okay, I think this issue might have been fixed in 8.7. Some other versions. Okay, so you just need not to bother about it. Just delete up to here and refresh this. Again, try to log in. Bajaj.com. And the URL actually it has to automatically change in the browser. When I use the credentials like this, the URL should automatically change, but it is not changing. It is taking from the previous URL. That might be the issue with PRPC itself. I can save this, leave it, and now it will probably go to Bajaj application. Let us see once. Okay, here you see URL loading, right? Bajaj Auto. Previously it was not loading this. Previously I was logged into another application. It is still showing the same URL. That's why credentials and URL were not matching. So I removed URL. Anyhow, here you go. The old password, new password. I am giving always rules because I remember it easily. Okay, so that you should know that you have to go through changing the password. And here you go now. So after you log into PRPC, usually you will be seeing App Studio. What are those studios? I will give you information about it. But first, let's get into PRPC environment. Thereafter, I'm going to switch to Dev Studio. So Dev Studio, Dev stands for developer. App Studio is also for a developer, but it is for citizens. As many people are thinking like App Studio is a shortcut of development, that is not true. Of course, it may be little shortcut, but it is for citizens development. Okay, anyhow, just wait on this. Here you go, Dev Studio. I will go through Dev Studio, and as usual, like yesterday, what you have done, exactly the same I am repeating here. And after this, where should I go to? App Explorer. So in the App Explorer, you see here, how many applications got loaded, you can see. How many applications got loaded here? 3. So as per the given diagram, so the diagram that is being given here, you see here, this is the diagram, right? So exactly the same we followed, but we created only one implementation so far. If you are trying to create one more, you can create, that's up to you. Okay, and here you go now. So this is what about the implementation application. I logged in, just I wanted to log in. This is fine, completed. So now what we are going to do, so let's so relation between current application and built on application. So let's find the relation between current application and built on application. What is built on application means? In the stack, okay, you can see here the diagram. If you see from the diagram, you can see which one are built on applications here. Always it is the bottom one. Like Pega platform is built on application for my framework, and my framework is built on application for my implementation, correct? So to see the built on applications, follow below navigation. Okay, so first let's look at built on application of IMPL app. So for implementation app, we will see this. Log into IMPL app. Okay, and then click on application menu. Why this is so important, I'll tell you. Application menu. After that, what you need to do? Definition. Definition means, see, application menu, you know, new application, right? In the application menu, if you click on new application, what will open? It will open the new application wizard. Going through the same application menu, if you click on definition, it will open present application, its information. So anything information, if you wanted to know about what is it all about, you need to go to its definition. If you go to the definition of some rule, it will show the respective rules implementation. Go to definition, and when you go to definition, here you can see. So the present application that I have logged in is what? Bajaj Auto Insurance. Look at here, one important thing. Bajaj Auto Insurance, here you see ID. Bajaj Auto Insurance ID is Bajaj Auto, correct? ID is the name of the application. Actually, what is the name of the application? ID. And this Bajaj Auto Insurance is just a display name. I'll tell you one example. Suppose you are a student here, correct? A student in a college, let's say. So a student will be identified by the system. College is a system, correct? By the system, by student ID. Student will have student ID as well as student name. Both will be there. Which one is priority for a system? ID. Name is just for display purpose. I'm talking about in the system. When you are in the system. Okay. Suppose you have a bank branch. Suppose if I tell you Madhapur branch, Madhapur is a location. You can easily understand. For a banking system, if I say Madhapur branch, can banking system understand that? They cannot understand. How banking system can recognize a branch? By a code. There will be a branch code. So for every entity, there will be a label as well as ID. Label will be there, ID will be there. What is the purpose of label? Just for display purpose, meaningfully display for common people. What is the purpose of ID? For the system to recognize that. So for everything that you are creating here in PRPC, including your application and everything going forward, there will be two parameters. One is label, another one is ID. Which one we need to focus? Always ID. What is the name of the implementation application? Display name is Bajaj Auto Insurance, but actual name that the system has taken is only Bajaj Auto. Understand everyone? That is the name of the implementation application. I have opened implementation application definition. Bajaj Auto, remaining parameters I'll tell you later. Look at here. Built on applications means Bajaj Auto implementation application is built on another application. What was that? Bajaj INS. Bajaj INS is ID. What is the actual name of Bajaj INS? Bajaj Insurance Group. From the name, entire name you have given, it is taking first 8 characters and it is giving the taking the name of the application. So look at here now. So here you go. Implementation application is built on, what is that? Bajaj INS. This is, what is this? Built on application. This is called as built on application for implementation. Similarly, let's look at built on application for FW application. So for framework application, what is the built on? So if I want to open the definition of framework application, how would I open that? So I have shown you how to open the definition of implementation application. Similarly, you tell me, how do I open the definition of framework application? You need to log into framework application and then click on application menu, go to definition. That is the process you are aware of, but you don't need to log into framework application. What is the reason? I logged into implementation application. When I log into implementation application, I have access to implementation framework, Pega platform. Everything I can open from here itself. So in order to open framework application definition, look at here. So in order to open FW application definition, there is no need to log into FW app. We can do it from IMPL itself. Okay, how do I do it? Look at here, implementation application. Click on edit icon, decide FW app name. Look at here now. This is the FW app and this is the edit icon. Click on edit icon, decide FW app name. It will open. It will open FW application definition. Okay, look at here. Is it been opening or not? It has opened. See, my framework application is built on another application. What was that? Theme Cosmos. Okay, let's click on edit icon. I'll talk about this theme Cosmos. Click on edit icon against Cosmos application. Okay, let me click on edit icon here, Cosmos application. So once I click on edit icon, what do you see now? What is the application? Pega rules. Click on again edit icon against Pega rules. Okay, let me click on edit icon. Is there any built-on application further for Pega rules? Is there any? So Pega rules is the name of the application ID. What is the display name? I told you, right? There will be display name and ID. Pega platform is the OTB application, which we also call it Pega rules. So Pega rules doesn't have any built-on application. So Pega rules does not have any built-on application. Okay, it doesn't have any built-on application. So now Pega rules is the base platform. Pega rules is the ultimate base platform. See, in between you are seeing theme Cosmos, right? This is a latest development. It was not there before. See, actually, if you leave about theme Cosmos, For your implementation application, built-on application is framework application. For framework application, built-on application is ultimately Pega rules. In between theme transpose, you just leave it. No need to much bother about it. Okay, so like this, your Pega platform is the ultimate base on top of which framework is created. On top of framework, implementation is created. So look at here. So for implementation application, framework application is the one which is built on application. If I click on down arrow, it will show all other applications also. I did not select anything. It was already there. See, at the time of creating new application, you remember once we log in by using administrator@pega.com for the first time for creating framework application, we clicked on build from scratch. Clicking on build from scratch, you are saying the process command that you want to create your framework application on top of Pega platform. Build from scratch means what is the name? Pega platform. You need to understand. Clicking on build from scratch is clicking on Pega platform. Okay, you created framework and then keeping in the same login, you are trying to create implementation application. But at the time of creating implementation application, I clicked on framework application. I did not click on built on application, build from scratch, correct? At the time of creating implementation application, I did not click on build from scratch. Instead, where did I click on? I clicked on framework application name. That means I am just telling the process commander, my implementation application should be created on framework application, whatever I click on which it has to create. That is just at the time of creation forward engineering. Okay, but doing so, what is being done in the background? For every application that you are creating, you are getting one built-on application. What was the built-on application? The one where you clicked on. If you click on build from scratch, built-on application will be Pega platform. If you click on ABC, then built-on application will be ABC. If you click on XYZ, built-on application will be XYZ. So that is at the time of forward engineering. But after that, we are looking at understanding where is this relation being built. One application is built on another application. This relation should be available somewhere, right? Where is it available to know? We have to go to application definition, application form. There you can see built on application. Okay, everyone clear? Now, I'll give you one requirement. Tell me the solution. Okay, you did like this. I am asking you, on top of Pega platform, you create application A, and on top of application A, you create application B. This is the requirement given. You created application A on top of Pega platform, completed. That is as per the requirement. And now, at the time of creating application B, by mistake, you created application B also on top of Pega platform. Means you did it build from scratch. In case of application B also, you did it build from scratch. Everything is finished. Now, look at here. I'll draw a diagram. Everyone following, right? Online resources. Everyone following? Let me open Paint. Okay, so here you go. This is Pega platform. This is Pega platform. Okay, so on top of Pega platform, you created application A. Okay, on top of Pega platform, you created application B. Okay, application A, application B. And what about this one? Pega platform. This is Pega platform. Okay, so on top of Pega platform, you did it like this, but your requirement is what? You need to create application B on top of application. You made a mistake at the time of creating. No problem. After creation is completed, you have to fix the issue. You need to bring application B on top of application A. It is already done, but you need to make changes such that B should come on top of A. I'm going to unmute. I'm available now. So now you need to tell me online resources as well as offline. You understand the requirement?
Yes.
And you missed it somehow. Okay, but now you need to correct it. So where do you need to make the changes?
We can go to application
Option we can change.
You need to go where?
application B,
Application.
application B, and
Okay, you
on
need to open the definition of application B. Application B definition, if you open, what would you see? Maybe you see Pega Platform or Theme Cosmos, you will be seeing. And
here,
after you log into application B and open the definition of application B, here you might be seeing Pega Platform. I mean, like Pega rules or something you will be seeing. Okay,
yeah,
here also you'll see some other number. Okay, you might be seeing 8.1, something like this.
yeah. There itself from the drop down we can select the application
Yes,
A.
yes, correct, correct. So after you log into implementation application B, you will open the definition of application B, and you might be seeing here Pega rules, and here you might be seeing some number, okay, 8.1, something like this. So what you need to first, you remove this and you select the required framework application and you remove this number and click the down arrow and choose this one. We did not make any changes. I am just showing you what has to be done. So suppose you know how to create framework application on top of Pega platform. You know how to create implementation application on top of framework application as a forward engineering, you know. But after you create, you do not know where is this relation between these applications. If you are not aware of this place, will you be able to fix the issue that I have given you now? This is called reverse engineering. Understanding an application in forward engineering is very, very important. At the same time, understanding an application in reverse engineering is also very, very important. It is very easy to work on forward engineering. Forward engineering means everything you create. Okay. Reverse engineering means already present system. You need to understand its design and then make the changes accordingly or enhance it. So it is not only a scratch from application development you are going to work on. You will be working on scratch from the development, and you would be working on change request, making changes to the existing one. You would be working on enhancements. You would be working on bug fixes also. So all these four you would be working on when you are there in a project. So it is very, very important. After you understand the forward engineering, you should also have to know about the relation okay, whatever that is happening in the background, where this relation is being built. So that is where we have focused just now, and we learn all that, like built on application concept. The concept of built on application is very, very important to understand, because you should clearly aware of where is the relation built between one application to another application as created on top of another one, like that. So when you know about it, you will be able to troubleshoot or fix any issue that is going to be given to you. Okay, already Pega rules process command environment is there. In this environment, two applications are running independently. Business is running since long back. Two different applications are running independently. Now business is asking, second application you have to make it on top of first application. Will you be able to do that or not? You will be able to do it. So already your system is running, like in Pega you have only one application on top of Pega. Business has given another application to you, okay, as a file, another application file it has given. Now you need to install that application on Pega, and after you install that application into Pega, you need to make the present application come on top of that new application. New application should come on top of Pega platform. Your present application should come on top of another application that is been given. Is it possible to do or not? It is possible. So anytime if you want to introduce in between some other applications and all, you should be able to do when you know about this relation. So what is the advantage of framework? I'll tell you the other way around now. See, you already know framework application advantage is reusability. Only one time you need to create, no need to make changes again and again everywhere else. Okay, apart from that, you need to understand framework is a product. Framework application itself is one separate product. Okay, implementation application is one separate product. You are just making relation between applications. Suppose there is a Bank of America is there are multiple banks, out of which imagine this is the first time business credit card business has been started. maybe during 1990s, early 1990s. Credit card business has been started. So in order to issue credit cards, we need an application for issue processing, right? So in order to issue a credit card to a customer, we need one business application. No bank has it as of now. It is in process that every bank wanted this application. Now Bank of America has developed one application using which we can issue credit card. Okay. So now Bank of America can use it in their bank. That is one thing. Now the other thing is this credit card issuing application, the functionalities more or less 75 to 80% are these functionalities going to match with other banks as well? Yes or no? It will match or it won't match? Issuing a credit card, it will match. Here and there logos will change, offers related coding will change, and very few other things will change. 10 to 15% will change. Remaining 85% for all the businesses, all the banks, it is same. Now, apart from using this application for Bank of America, can Bank of America take this credit card issuing application as a product and put a license on it, and they wanted to sell it to other banks? Is it okay that they are going to sell it? So what is the advantage for both of the parties? Bank of America has sold it to JP Morgan. Now what is the advantage for Bank of America and what is the advantage for JP Morgan? So Bank of America is earning money out of this product. Whether you sell it or not, they will develop one day for sure. They will buy it from somewhere else. So you are earning money. Bank of America is earning money by selling. What is the advantage for JP Morgan? They don't need to do everything from the scratch. Their development need not to do from the scratch. Suppose if it takes 1 year for them to complete, now they can do it in 2 months, right? Bank of America not only getting money from JP Morgan, Bank of America can sell it to all other banks. So they will get all their investment, profit, everything, and they got their application for free at the end of the day, correct? And every year they will charge licensing cost. And so this is the advantage of framework. Framework is not only reusability and all. The advantage is if you create any framework, that framework can be sold in the market to multiple different clients. As a result, you can make money out of it, okay, every year. So but Pega frameworks, if you create, you need to tie up with Pega systems, you need to get it reviewed, everything is done, then you have to sell it only under the control of Pega systems because it is a licensed product. Okay, you will get money again. Pega systems also will get money using your framework. Okay, so that's how it is going to be anyhow. But if it is other technologies, open sources, you don't need to pay anyone. All the money is yours. If you develop using Java, all the money is yours. But it will take a lot of time for you to build framework. But in Pega, it will not take much time. Okay, Accenture has developed some frameworks. Virtusha has developed some frameworks like this. Framework is maybe related to one specific business. It may be common to different sectors of the business. Suppose I created a framework to do survey processing. Okay, I want to take a survey about a product. Questions will change, but overall survey application is same, right? Whether you are going to do a survey for a product of insurance, or maybe a loan, or maybe a physical product for a toothpaste, so questions will change, but overall framework is same or not? This product of framework is generic, common for different sectors of business. Suppose I created a framework for dispute management system of credit card. This is unique for one sector of business, which is finance sector, where they are going to issue the credit cards. So like this, frameworks can be common for one specific sector, common framework can be there, or it can be a common framework for multiple different sectors of the business. It can be anything. Pega platform is common framework for only one sector or different sectors? All different sectors of business, Pega platform is common. On top of it, you create one more framework which may be specific or common for other sectors. Understand? So now that is about creating application, and after we create application, we logged in and we spent almost 30 to 35 minutes to understand only the relation between the applications. Out of all this entire learning yesterday and today, the most important part is this one. What we have discussed today about built on application concept is important. Even after you create application from the scratch and you know everything, you got output, your applications are created, you will not be said as knowledgeable in Pega. After you know only these relations, then you are fully 100% knowledgeable. So going forward also, while we are working on anything, learning anything, it is very much essential that you need to know forward engineering, reverse engineering, both. So now next we are going to look at understanding about the other topics. So we are going to look at understanding about encapsulation, object oriented programming concept, class. These are the two different things that we're going to understand about. Generally, what is the meaning of encapsulation? If you take any object oriented programming, this topic will be there. What is the meaning in general? What is the meaning of encapsulation? Encapsulation means encapsulate. Capsule meaning? What is the meaning of capsule? It's a tablet is a capsule. What is encapsule? Encapsulate means what will be there in a tablet? Some chemical components will be there. One or more. It can be more. All the chemical components together has been put into one single unit. That is what you are calling it as a capsule. It has been encapsulated, right? So my laptop is there. So my laptop is only one component or multiple components. My laptop is accessible. This is the outer structure. Internally, what will be there? Hard disk will be there, and RAM will be there, motherboard will be there, bus cables will be there, and even many other peripherals will be there. So all these are independently going to work all together. All together works, then only you will achieve your business goals. My laptop is encapsulated by using so many different computer peripherals. Suppose you take a car. So car has a single unit. What are the different parts that are being encapsulated? Engine, steering, gears, accelerator, and many other things, right? All these are encapsulated into one single unit. So encapsulation is the process of bringing up different functional components together into one single unit. Okay, that is a generic terminology. That is a generic terminology, universal terminology. Now, encapsulation is a concept in object-oriented programming. Yes, ante enti? Yes, ante. System. Object-oriented programming system. In object-oriented programming system, if you want to develop one programming language by yourself, you can use this object-oriented programming system. It is a methodology. So in that, they said about encapsulation. You create a number of functional components, bring them together into one single unit. Then that unit has a specific functional behavior overall, and that is called encapsulated. So for the encapsulation of OOPs, the reality in the programming languages is called as class. Okay, you developed one programming language, Java. In Java, you created something called class. For this, the fundamental is what? Encapsulation. Encapsulation concept, reality in the programming language in Java is class. In CPP is also class. They developed C#. For C# also it is class. For Python, is it the same? Python also? I'm not sure. Maybe it is the class. So suppose you are developing one programming language. You are developing a programming language called ABC. In ABC, you want to develop ABC programming language using OOPS concept. Then there also you will be having some real form for encapsulation. Taking encapsulation concept, you will implement like a class. So class is also, what is class now? It is a unit structure where you have different functional components. Okay, so laptop is an example of class. Laptop, what are the different functional components? There are multiple. Just now I told. All these functional component works together. That is very, very important. All these functional components are going to work together. You take a car. Car is a class. Inside car, what is there? Steering is there, engine is there, accelerator is there, gears are there, wheels are there. All these are coordinatively works together. Then only you will achieve the final outcome, right? So will there be any input? Suppose if I have a laptop, in order to function all these things, what is the input that I need to provide? For a laptop, what is the input I need to provide? Power. You need to supply power, main basic thing. Power if you supply, then functional components will start functioning. What is the input that you provide to a car? Fuel. That is the input. Fuel you provide. In between there are other inputs, gear, first gear, second gear, all that. Main thing is fuel you supply. Okay, so a class is going to have all the functional components built inside, and it is going to function accordingly, where you need to supply some input. If you don't provide any input, will there be any meaning? Car is there, functional components are there, there is no petrol, then it doesn't function as you are expecting, right? It will be there, but it doesn't function. So in order for it to function, you need to supply the input. So we are humans. We are also class. What are the different functional components? Brain, okay, kidney, liver, heart, eyes, hands, legs. These are all functional components. All works together coordinatively. What is the input you supply? Just for energy, you are going to supply food. Okay, when you supply food input, then the final outcome will be energy, and your ability of thinking, your ability of walking, your ability of doing things, your ability to see, ability to hear, all these function when you supply food. You don't supply food for 100 days, then gone everything. Okay, unless we are a saint, it doesn't work out. Okay, so like this, every class is a unit structure wherein which inside functional components will be there, and in order for it to function the way you want as per your business, you need to supply some input. After you supply input, will there be any output? For a car, what is the output? Movement is the output. For a laptop, what is the output? It may be anything, maybe you are typing, whatever the different operating system functionalities that are available, that will be the output. Display, watching movie, or anything it can be. Okay, so for a human, output is the ability to perform something, energy, all this. Okay, so you supply an input to a class, and functional components will start working together, and finally it is going to generate some output result. So this is the actual business, actual need in everywhere in the world. So you are going to design a programming language where you are going to have this type of encapsulation being done, and you name it as a class in object-oriented programming system. Pega is built based on some business logic coding related to one technology. What was that? I told at the beginning during the demo. What was that coding language? Java. Core Java concepts they have used, right? Java concepts they have used. So Pega is built based on Java, means Pega also should have classes. Java classes are there. Pega is built based on Java for business logic alone. See, many people think like Pega is all about completely Java. UI is there, database is there, Java is there. I told you 18 technologies are there in the design of PRPC tool. VB is there, Silverlight is being used. Okay, many things are being used, but most importantly HTML, Java, and any database is being used. Okay, and now so in Pega also you have classes. So functional components will be there inside classes. Understand everyone? If you want to create functional components, where would you create those? You should be creating those functional components inside classes. In order to function it, you need to execute the class. Okay, just generally say, and you need to supply some input. Functional components will execute. Finally, an output will be getting generated. Understand everyone? Clear? But you remember day before yesterday, I told you functional components will be there inside application. Correct? Did we discuss this or not? What is application? Application contains functionalities, means functional components will be there. But just now I told functional components will be there inside classes. Which one out of these two is true? Okay, let's have a look at it. Everyone following online resources? Every one of you. Are you following? Respond on charting window. See, application deletion, you don't bother about it. Some people are asking how to remove applications and all. Leave it and create another one, no problem. On this environment, you can create 100 applications also. Okay, now, day before yesterday class, I told you Application contains functionalities, means all functional components you create inside application. Now today I am saying functionalities or functional components will be there inside classes. Which one out of these two two is true? Let me tell you that. Here you go. Look at the diagram now. Let me maximize this. Look at this diagram. You see the top one here, the square box is application. Inside that you have two square boxes, right? Those are classes. Inside classes you have F1, F2, F3, F4. These are functionalities. Functionalities are there inside classes. Classes are there inside application. Classes are there inside application. See, means after you set up application, what you need to create inside classes. For us automatically created, I'll show you tomorrow. And inside classes functionalities will be there. Overall, can I say functionalities are also there inside application? Overall, your functionalities are there ultimately inside application. This is what I told you on day one before we discuss about classes. So what is the actual structure now? So you have application. Inside application, classes will be there. Inside classes, you will create any functionalities. So a class contains different functionalities. One or more classes will be there inside application. So class is going to have only functionalities, functional components, or anything else. Let me tell you about it. So just let us take an example. Okay, if you can imagine better like this, just imagine a notebook making machine. There is a machine which is meant for making notebooks. Means what is the input for the machine? You guess it. You need to provide a raw paper. Okay, a notebook making machine. What are the different functional components? First, you are going to place the paper on a rolling device. There will be a rolling device, so which will roll and paper will be taken. Okay, forward. And in the next level, there will be another functional component which is going to take the measurements, size of the paper. Okay, for a notebook. For each notebook, what is the size? And there will be another tool next level which is going to cut it. Okay, it is going to cut it at the place. Okay, తీసుకున్నాను. Okay, cut it at the place. And after cutting, next level will be some binding tool. There will be another tool which is going to bind it like a book. And there will be a dispenser which will dispense the book out of the machine. Input is raw paper, output is a notebook, a binded a notebook. And in between there are so many functional components that are getting executed. Overall, this bookmaking machine is a class. It is taking input, it is generating output. There are multiple functional components which are working together. Apart from functional components, there will be another thing called attributes. What else will be there? Attributes. So for a bookmaking machine, apart from supplying this input of paper and apart from having the functional components, I need to tell the machine, I want A4 size book. I want A4 size 1000 books for this execution. How many books you want? That is also you have to tell the bookmaking machine, right? So in that machine, you press the number 1000, comma A4 size. What is this A4 and what is this 1000 now? These are attributes. These are called as, these will play key role. These attributes are going to play key role in the overall processing. Suppose you wanted to purchase a product. Do you need to say about the quantity, how much you want to purchase? Are you going to purchase, I want to purchase corn flour. How much? What is that you want? So I want this maybe 2 kg. So like this, an attribute is going to play a key role. So overall, your class is going to have functionalities plus attributes. At the time of execution, you will supply the values for attributes. As per the attributes, your functionalities are going to generate the desired output. Everyone clear? So every object-oriented programming system is going to have the concept of encapsulation. That the reality of encapsulation in the programming languages is class. So class is a unit structure which is collection of attributes plus functionalities. So today we have discussed about only two things. One is class encapsulation, that is a concept, and the reality of encapsulation is class. What is a class? You need to know about in the real world. That is what the main thing first. The examples that you are trying to learn should be in your day-to-day life. Then you can easily understand the technology. Okay, otherwise it will be difficult. Okay, so everyone clear so far? Every one of you. So why we are discussing about all these? All of these things we are going to see practically. So as of now, classes are created automatically, which I'll show you tomorrow at the beginning. And after I show you the classes, I'm going to tell you in future how to create our own classes by ourselves. Okay. So everyone clear so far? Anyone has any questions, any doubts? I'm going to unmute. Just hold on. So everyone clear? Just respond now. I have unmuted everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are clear, Harsha.
Yes.
Okay.
Harsha, one question from my end. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. Okay. So yesterday we created a framework implementation. Okay, where it is getting saved actually.
It will save into database. I'll show you about that later. So it is there in the application which you can see, but where exactly it stores? It should be stored somewhere, right? Yesterday you created.
Yeah.
So yesterday you registered on Facebook. Today you logged into Facebook, which means that it should be stored somewhere, right? Where it has been stored? In the database of Facebook. Same way, Pega database it will store. We'll come to database part after some time.
All right. Thank you.
Next.
Today we discuss about implementation. We log in on the particular implementation, right? So we don't know previously done by someone else. So he was given the before he has 8 implementation. He given the implementation 3 passwords and username. How to know that previously it will be how many will be there?
You do not know that. See, suppose there are 8 implementations. You logged into third implementation. 3, 2, 1 and bottom base you will be able to see. But what about 4, 5 you cannot see. If you want to see that, you have to log into 8th one. You need to ask your tech lead to create a login for 8th one. 8th one you log in, you'll know about 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 plus Pega platform. All that you'll come to. Okay. Anything else?
Harsha, one question.
Yes, please.
Say you have application A, B, and C, and
Okay.
A is built on top of B, and you are actually supposed to build on top of C. Okay, and
Okay.
after some time, after some time, you're also using some functionality of B in your application A. And after a month, you come to know, oh, the design was wrong, and you want to move to C. So because now A and B are being A is dependent on B and A is using some functionality of B. In that case, also can I just move on to C?
Yes, it is possible. Anytime you can just remove that link from one application and link it to another application. But there will be a problem. Suppose you are already using, you wanted to use 2 different applications, B as well as C. It is not possible at a time. How it is possible? You bring C on top of B and you bring A on top of C. Then only it is possible. So you already created your application on application 1. On top of application 1, you created application 2. There is application 3 running. But actually you have to take your application 2 onto application 3, not on 1. Then you can unlink here and link there. That is possible. But you want both. Then how to achieve it? One framework on top of another framework, like this on top of it implementation, like that you need to design. At a time, an application cannot have 2 bases at the same level. So base 1 on top of it, base 2 on top of it, base 3, like that you can have a number of levels.
Okay. One more question, Harsha.
Yes, please.
Now, normally, when you go on the application definition, from there you can see, okay, on application and the application. Now, how about the other way?
Come again, once again, you come again.
So you have, when you go on the application definition, you see that your application is built on top of another application.
Okay.
But how about the other way around? How will I know which all applications are built on top of me? So
No, that one you'll not be able to know unless you log into the system. That the top level application, unless you log in, you do not know what are the bottom. Between somewhere you log in, you'll come to know only the bottom one, not the top one.
okay.
You need to log into the topmost one. Okay. Anyhow, I am going to share the document which I have created today. Only for a few days it will be delayed, like 10 o'clock and all. And so till I create email group,